Exactly.
Welcome back. We've got a real topic of conversations going on here.
It's the jaywalking thing.
And I tell you, listen, it goes into the break and comes back at the break too. But I'm absolutely loving the discussion. You know, South Trinidad has produced some phenomenal sporting athletes around the decades. And we've got one actually with us right now. We've got former national cyclist in Anthony Comisiong. And we're going to be talking sport now because Skinner Park is up for a huge restoration and refurbishment. Mr. Mayor will also speak a little bit on that as well. But Anthony, I'll get to you first. Sport in South Trinidad, such a rich history. Is it retaining its essence?
Well, I'm excited, and all these sport-loving people in South, we are excited that the Skinner's Park, as the mayor just said, in 2 weeks' time they're going to start it. Because, you know, we lost the major sport in South, in Trinidad, the Southern Games. We don't have Garakara Park again, it's Bush, Mango, Gordon, and Garakara Park now. So we are hoping, we understand that there are going to be a cycle track and an athletic track. So we hope my committee, Mr. Jim Clark, the Southern Games Committee, we hoping to meet the mayor soon.
Let's talk about that Southern Games. Let's talk about the Southern Games, because the Southern Games is perhaps, among everything, is the fabric of Trinidad and Tobago South. I remember my dad telling me how he would go to Southern Games to watch athletes from Australia and around the world, and these guys would compete at the Olympic Games. So it was our Olympic Games in South Trinidad. It's really suffered since the closure of Petrotrin.
Yeah, again, it's the Bush going up on the track, on the athletic and the playing field in Garakara Park. I mean, I went there recently and looking and tears to my eyes.
Mr.
So
Mayor,
we're going to ask the mayor, know, hopefully that when the Skinner's Parks finish, if we can revive the old Southern Games.
Mr. Mayor, you're a real South man.
Mr. Clark is excited about that, the chairman of Southern Games.
Well, let's touch on Southern Games. When I was growing up in the 60s and 70s, Southern Games is where I really saw the top athletes, as he's a cyclist. I saw Daniel Morellon there and Pierre Trentin. Those are two top international cyclists in the world at that time, Olympic winners. I saw them competing with Roger Gibbon and Leslie King and Fitzroy Hoyt and those guys. So we went to the Southern Games to see the best sport in the world, the best athletes in the world. And it started to dwindle over the years. It's not what it used to be. However, with the redevelopment of Skinner Park and South will return to those glory days. I saw a clip just recently with Philip Richardson and those Fitzroy Hoyt and those guys. I mean, Lloyd John, Southerners who made a name for themselves in the sport. So we're hoping that with the redevelopment of Skinner Park, we'll come back to this. Hasty Crawford started running in Skinner Park as a 11 to 13 and 13 to 15 and 15 to 18 age group. Several athletes would have cut the teeth in Skinner Park, and we're looking forward to that. And what I've seen there, it will really be a state of the art.
For those who don't know, what is this redevelopment about? What are you all
doing? The cycle track will be relayed. The lighting will be done over. The actual field itself will be done over. The seating accommodation will be done over. There's seating for at least 3,000 right now. With extension, what happened in the beginning was that in the original form, Skinner Park was a west to south sort of arena. It's going to go all the way around right now. Right. And it has tremendous potential.
What about access to the facilities? We've heard some communities where they've done a lot of rehabilitation and restorative work on the sporting complex in the area, and then they say, well, they locked the gate. They did it, and they locked the gate. We can't use it.
Well, when was Skinner Park was a gift from Caroni way back when, with people at San Fernando. So you have all these sporting units using that space. There's access from Park Street, access from Lady Hills Avenue, access from Todd Street, access from Supero Street. So because of its geography and where it's located, it's very easy.
Kieran,
and then there's also a huge second-class ground as well.
Skinner Park is very vibrant, you know. You pass there any afternoon and there are so many runners, joggers, walkers. I actually wanted to ask the mayor, please don't interfere with the second ground, because so many people use that to run.
The second class ground will stay on until we finish with the first class ground.
And the jogging track
Okay. As a matter of fact, there's even some plan to take the Carousel Fiesta to the second class ground this year.
Do you know that there's actually one of, well, probably the only San Fernando long distance club, South Cross Athletics. So they used to train right there.
I remember I saw Winnie Fed Atwell playing piano there many years ago. So second class ground is also an entertainment,
Mr.
cultural
Mayor, Akash
center.
wasn't born around that time, Mr. Mayor. He would know that.
I'm older than Ryan.
Mr. Mayor, one thing I hope, I'm excited, and we all, the sport loving people, are excited about the park. But I hope that, when they build the facilities, and they said that they're going to put this Calvados semi-final in the background, because we will want to have, our games and, regular cycle events, regular athletic events at the Skinners Park. So I hope they don't spend all the money now to refurbish the athletic track, to build all this thing, and then is,
Chutney Soka.
big truck going on it and all kind of things. So,
My heart is with
and I know you're a pan. I mean, you're a pan loving. No problem. I'm not vexed about that. But it says that
Skinner Park is really a gift to the people, and the arts and culture is also part of the mix. But we must strike a balance.
Of course.
And I would suggest that priority should be for sport.
Let me just give a short story about sports and about certain games. In my early youth, I was very miserable, a little fellow. And one Thursday, we couldn't afford to go to certain games on the weekend. My uncle took me to certain games. And for 35 years now, I'm organizing and promoting sports. And that day that my uncle took me to see certain games, and that day I saw Gibbon and King and all of this, from that day to now, 35 years later, I'm still excited about sports. So, we're talking about crime, we talk about crime here, about the young people. We have to do events for sports. And what we do have is people like Gino Constance, Erlene McSween, Raphael Hussein, Bill Hughes, Noel Luces. We do have people now who want to help in sports.
Hey, hello, we have plenty.
Wait. We don't have people who want to help. They say, well, if you have come here helping on sports.
Is the business community helping?
Yes, I get a lot of help from stuff. But what I'm saying is that people to come out like these people going by, Noel Luces, Zeno Constance, John Allen, who should actually live in the park. We need people to come out. Is it
marketed? Do people know these events are coming up?
Oh yes, when we have events, we do market them.
Not so much on social media though.
We had we have events in the south. I recently, sorry to go so far, but I had a sports festival in Barrier, and we had 1,500 athletes. Yeah. Then we had volleyball, basketball, archery, the whole works, and people came out.
I just need to put a plug there. Police Youth Club's Southern Division, one of the groups that we oversee as community police. We recently had the Commissioner Games and the Commissioner Cup. You would have heard about it. And each division was responsible for hosting their divisional games before we go to the national games. And it was a great challenge for us because we have 14 police youth clubs in Southern Division, and we had to go to Manirandram Stadium. And it was a lot of up and down. So I hope that when the park is up and running, that for our next divisional games for police youth clubs, because we have a lot of youths with raw talent, that we'll be able to use these facilities and that we'll be able to get the media more involved to highlight these youths, because that is what they really need, because a lot of them are coming from underprivileged homes.
18 months for completion.
Okay, thank you.
I just want to bring you in here.
Yeah, right. What we want to do, what we have been doing through the Chamber of Commerce and lobbying through the City Corporation and state agencies when we're going to start the Skinner Park redevelopment and upgrade, is that South business, we have a healthy collection of business in the sector who can assist and contribute towards the development. Normally, once a major development takes place in this country, it comes from the north. This is a development that's happening in South, and we want South business to be heavily featured in the development, and we want piece of this contract to happen from South, so that us as San Fernandians can benefit from this mega project that is taking place.
We're hoping that again, with the completion of this Skinners Park, that Southern Games, and I'm speaking to the business people here now, we bring back Southern Games to be one of the biggest sporting events in the Caribbean. And that's Southern Games not only sports, it's part of the culture too. It's sports, people running and jumping, but it's the community from all over Trinidad come out to see certain games. And also, we're looking at City Week, but the Skinners Park, build back. We have a big sports festival with all the different sports. So, Mr. Mayor, we're looking for, and we are accustomed getting your support. And I know I are accustomed getting your support from the business community in the South.
Thank you,
Mr.
sir.
Mayor,
In fact, we will be assisting you with that project.
Yeah.
You're watching Community Talk here on CNC3. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll get the final thoughts from our panel.
Solutions.
Solutions.
you.